Hello everyone, welcome to the Yarn Bowl. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute AirPod cases. So they are super simple, easy to make. So I made them using Premier Yarn's Minikins. These are the size 3 yarns. You can also make this with any size 3 yarn of your choice. So this case you can also charge in your case with this case on it, charge in your AirPod case with this cute bag on it. So it has a provision for that as well. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to work this AirPod case for the AirPod Pro. If you want to make this for just the AirPod case, the previous ones, the smaller ones, I have the same pattern available in my Etsy store to buy, and I also have instruction to how to customize this bag for any AirPod cases. So I made this straps myself. I just stringed in some pearls and attached lobster clasps on either side, and I just used a glue gun to secure my knots. You can buy them off from Amazon as well, but making by yourself is much cheaper. So you can also do it by yourself. So in this video I'm going to browse you through how to make this pattern for the new AirPod Case Pro, and you can download the Etsy pattern to make this case for any headphones cases of your choice. I have given you the instruction on how to customize the pattern to make this for any case. So you can check my Etsy store for the pattern. And come on, let's see how to work this pattern for AirPod case. So here are the bags that I made for the AirPod Case Pro and AirPod, and you can find the free written pattern of the AirPod Case Pro in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. If you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. And if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well, so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So we're going to use a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook for working this AirPod case, and I'm going to use 3 colors today. So one will be marigold, lilac and mint. You can use any color choices. So this yarn is from Premier Yarn's Minikins. I love the texture of it. You can use any size 3 yarn of your choice. I'm going to need some pearls, scissors, stitch markers, sewing needles, and this is a strap that I made myself for the bag, or you can just work chains and attach to it. So we're going to start our round 1. So with the marigold color yarn, I'm going to go ahead, work 15 chains, work a slip knot, and then work 15 chains. So we are working 15 chains here. So after you have worked 15 chains, we're gonna work 3 single crochet from the second chain from the hook. So go ahead, work 3 single crochets on the second chain from the hook, which will be our 14th chain. And then until you reach your last chain, we are just going to work 1 single crochet on each chain till we reach the last chain. Go ahead, work 1 single crochet on each chain until the last chain. Don't work any single crochets on the last chain, just work 1 single crochet on each chain until the last chain. Stop before you reach your last chain. So once you have reached your last chain, in the last chain we are going to work 3 single crochets. That's 1, 2 and 3. So now we are going to work with this yarn bit that we have on the opposite side. So on the opposite side I'm just going to work 1 single crochet on each chain on the opposite side for 5 chains. So if you don't want any pin charging pin space here, you can just work continuously 1 single crochet on each chain till the end. Or if you want a charging pin space here, I'm going to tell you what to do. So after working 1 single crochet on each chain on 5 chains on the opposite side, we are going to work 2 chains. So this 2 chains will be the space for the charging point, and then you skip 2 stitches and then start working 1 single crochet on each chain on the opposite side for the last 5 stitches. So that's it, our round 1 is done. We are going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet. So go ahead, work slip stitch on top of starting single crochet. That is our round 1. We have our chain 2 here for the charging pin point. So if you're working the next round, you're going to work 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space. Now I am working a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet of round 1 to close this round 1. That's it, our round 1 is done. Now we'll work round 2. For round 2, while we are working single crochets, make sure you work 1 single crochet on each chain, 2 single crochets on the chain 2 space. For round 2 I'm going to work a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then I'll go ahead work 1 single crochet on the same stitch. Just mark it with a stitch marker. Often as you progress you will miss the number of count of stitches, as we'll be working single slip stitch and then chain 1. Often we tend to work stitches on those 2 stitches as well. So we to avoid that, make sure you work a stitch marker on your starting stitch and your last stitch of each round, so that you don't confuse the slip stitch and the chain 1 as a stitch. Now we are going to work 1 single crochets around on each stitch. So while we are working, don't forget to work 2 single crochet in the chain 2 space of your round 1. So I missed recording that part in the video. So go ahead, work 1 single crochet on each stitch of round 1 around, and also work 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space. So now once you're done with this, now you can see this is the slip stitch of previous round and the chain 1 space. So since I am aware of it, I can go ahead skip those 2 stitches without working any single crochets on them. So the single crochet and the chain, the slip stitch and the chain 1 space, I'm going to skip it and work the slip stitch on the single crochet of the starting stitch, which is the starting stitch. And then I'm going to go ahead work round 3, which will be chain 1 again and then 1 single crochet on the same space. And then I'll work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So in every stitch we tend to mistake this slip stitch and the chain 1 as a stitch and start working single crochets on it, so which will give you the count mismatch. So if you are not very good in counting the stitches, go ahead mark 1 more stitch marker on the last stitch or last single crochet also, and then 1 stitch marker on the starting single crochet also. So in that way you know which is your starting stitch and ending stitch, and you will skip the slip stitch and the chain 1. So those 2 are not counted as a stitch. Now work 1 single crochet on each stitch of the previous round around. So you should have 30 stitches for now on each round. So go ahead work 1 single crochet on each stitch of the previous round. Now I'm done with this round 3. I'm going to skip the slip stitch and the chain 1 space and work a slip stitch on the starting single crochet of this round. So we're going to repeat this for another 2 more rounds. We'll start off with this chain 1 and then work 1 single crochet on the same stitch and also work 1 single crochet on each stitch of previous round around, and then work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet. So while we are working a slip stitch on our starting single crochet, we need to make sure we are not working any single crochets on the slip stitch or the chain 1 space. So in that way, complete and work until round 6. So I'll meet you after you have worked your round 6. So we are just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So we are going to maintain the stitch count of 30 stitches until we reach our round 6. So now my round 6 is done. After I work a slip stitch, I'm gonna cut my yarn and then add another color. I don't have a bottle green color, so I'm just using this mint color as my leaf color here for the AirPod case. I'm just working a slip stitch with this marigold color yarn, and then I'll attach this yarn. So now we are going to work our tulip stitches. So for that, for the leaf part, I'm going to use the half double crochet stitch. For that, I'm going to work 3 chains. So this 3 chains, this 2 chains will be considered as our starting half double crochet stitch and the chain 1 space, and then I'll go ahead work 1 half double crochet on the same stitch. So this will create a V stitch which will look like a leaf, and then I'm going to skip 2 stitches and I'll work 1 half double crochet, chain 1 and a half double crochet on the same stitch. So we have worked our second V stitch, and then you're going to repeat this again. We'll skip 2 stitches and then we are going to work a V stitch on the next stitch, which will be 1 half double crochet, chain 1 and 1 half double crochet stitch on the same stitch, worked on the same stitch. And then we are going to skip 2 stitches and then work half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet on the same stitch, and then we're going to skip 2 more stitches and then work half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet on the next stitch. Skip 2 stitches, work half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet on the next stitch. Now repeat this pattern around. So you should have 10 V stitches by the end of this round. So now I have worked my last V stitch. I'll skip the last 2 stitches and then I'll work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 2. Don't work slip stitch on the chain 3, that will be our chain 1 space. So work on top of chain 2, starting chain 2, slip stitch on top of starting chain 2. Now work a slip stitch on the chain 1 space and then you can change the color. So I'm going to add the lilac color for working the popcorn stitch. So I'll teach you how to work the popcorn stitch here. So this will look like a tulip. So this popcorn stitch is going to look like a tulip. So for first attach the lilac yarn, and after that all we need to do is work 5 double crochet stitches. Since this will be our first stitch, we'll work a chain 3. This chain 3 will be considered as our first double crochet stitch, and then I'll go ahead work 4 more double crochet on the same chain 1 space of previous round. So from the next for the next popcorn stitch, we'll work all 5 double crochets. Since this is the starting stitch, we started off with chain 3 and then worked 4 double crochets. Now I'm going to leave a long loop and take my hook off from the last double crochet stitch. Then I'll insert my hook onto the first double crochet. In this case it's our chain 3, and then pull the last stitches loop into this stitch, which is going to create a popcorn like stitch, which is called as popcorn stitch. Then we are going to work a chain 2, and then we are going to work another popcorn stitch on the next V chain 1 space of the V stitch. As I told you, we are going to work 5 double crochet stitches. After we have worked our 5th double crochet stitch, we are going to leave a long loop. Take your hook off from the last stitch, insert it into the first stitch and pull the loop into that stitch, and then work a chain 2, and then work the next popcorn stitch. Work 5 double crochet stitches. Pull up a long loop. Insert your hook onto the first stitch and then pull this loop into this. Now work a chain 2 and repeat this on every V stitches. So we're going to end up having 10 popcorn stitches or 10 tulips after this. So we're going to work 1 popcorn stitch on the chain 1 space of the V stitch, and then we work a chain 2. And then repeat this around. So keep working popcorn stitches around. I'll meet you at the end of this round. So now we are at the end of this round. I'm going to work a slip stitch. So I have worked my last popcorn stitch followed by a chain 2, and then I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting popcorn stitch. So with that, our round 8 is complete. We should have 10 popcorn stitches. Now I'm going to change my color back to the marigold color. And we just have few more rounds to complete our bag. So for round 9, I'm going to work a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. I'm going to insert my hook onto the same popcorn stitch and work 1 single crochet on it, and then I'll go ahead work 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space, and then I'll go ahead work 1 single crochet on top of the next popcorn stitch, and then I'll work 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space. Basically we are maintaining the stitch count again back to 30. So we have 10 popcorn stitches followed by 10 chain 2 spaces. So we'll work 1 single crochet in top of popcorn stitch and 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space around. So which will bring back our stitch count to 30 stitches here. Go ahead work 1 single crochet on top of the popcorn stitch and 2 single crochet on the chain 2 space around. Once we are done, we will work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet to close this round 9. At the end of round 9, you should have 30 single crochet stitches. Now for round 10, I'm going to work a chain 1, and then I'll work 1 single crochet on the same stitch, and then I'll work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. And then once you're done, we'll work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet stitch. I'm just marking my first single crochet stitch here, or instead I know what is my first single crochet stitch. I'll go ahead mark it on my last single crochet of my previous round. So after this I know where to work my first slip stitch, or you can use 2 stitch markers also. It's your convenience. Just to make sure we don't work any additional stitches, and work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. Now once that is done, I have worked my last single crochet stitch. I'm going to go ahead work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet to close this round 10. You're still having 30 single crochet stitches here. Now we'll be working a loop also. So I'm going to work a chain one, which does not count as a stitch, and then I'll work one single crochet on the same stitch, and then I'll go ahead work one single crochet each for next 24 stitches. Go ahead work one single crochet each for next 24 stitches. So once you have worked one single crochet on next 24 stitches, you are going to work the loop on the 25th stitch. For the loop, I'm going to work one single crochet, and then I'll work a chain 8, and then I'll work one single crochet all in the same stitch. And then on the last 5 stitches, I will work one single crochet on each stitch for the last 5 stitches. After I have worked that, I'll go ahead work a single slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch. After you have worked your slip stitch, just fasten off your yarn and weave the ends. That's it, we are done with the AirPod case. So this AirPod case is for the AirPod case Pro ones, and I have the same pattern in Etsy to work the case for the just the AirPod case, the smaller one. And I also have instruction to work this for any AirPod case or any headphone case of your choice in my written pattern that is available in the Etsy. But if you want the same pattern, written pattern, it is available just for this AirPod case Pro. It is available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com, which is available for free. And now I'm going to sew a pearl which will look like a button, on which this loop that we have worked will go around. You can use the case as is like this, or if you choose to add a handle to it, you can just work chain or any other crochet strap pattern that you like, or you can work a pearl strap like I did. So I made my own bag strap with pearls. So I had some pearls left, so I attached them to the string and added a small lobster clasp to either side of the pearl strap. I had this beautiful strap. I can just add this to this bag. It's gonna look so cute. Now let's put in our AirPod inside this case. So now we can even charge our AirPod while it is on the case. So if you want a free written pattern of making this AirPod case Pro case, it's available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. You can use any size 3 yarn of your choice, or you can use the Premier Yarns Minikins yarn for working this pattern. So I couldn't resist the working this bags. I made them in plenty of colors. So everything is looking pretty, and I have worked the same case for the previous AirPod case, the smaller size also. And you can buy this pattern for both these bags in my Etsy, along with the instruction to make this case for any headphone case. And you can find the free written pattern of this AirPod Case Pro in my website. And if you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. And please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bell. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.